Hello student. The last lecture we have discussed the topic dew point, humidity and the units of the heat are completed. Now today's the topic is specific heat capacity. What is meant by specific heat capacity? The specific heat capacity means the absorption of heat or gain of heat by object. It is called as specific heat capacity of an object. But specific heat capacity of each objects have not same. Each objects are not same. Different the object, different is the specific heat capacity, means gaining of heat and raise the temperature of that object. So different. So it is called as the specific heat capacity. And specific heat capacity are studied by with the help of one activity. That activity take a one tray, and that tray take wax and wax layer. Now put three metals: iron, copper and lead. Take a three metals, and that three metals take in a beaker, and that beaker some amount of water, take a some amount of water, and that water put iron, copper and lead, three metals, and beaker gently heated up to 100 degrees Celsius. At that time iron, copper, lead, all the three metals absorb the heat, absorption of a heat up to mark temperature 100 degrees Celsius. So that time three metals iron, copper, lead are drawn from that beaker, and they put inside wax layer, inside the wax. So wax is in the state of solid, in the state of solid, and heat is gained by three metals. Solid is get converted into liquid, means all this heat absorption by iron, copper and lead. So three metals they are put at the same time in that in the tray of wax layer. So that time the first we have to see, firstly the ice heat is absorbed from iron, highly heat is absorbed, and wax is iron is firstly depressed inside the wax, and wax get melted. Then we have to see second number, intermediate state copper is as compared to iron is less, and as compared to copper is very less, iron and copper as compared. Lead is absorption of a heat and melted the wax, and it is the not more depressed inside the wax is lead. Means here first goes inside iron, highly depressed, then goes inside the wax is lowest is lead, and intermediate is the copper. We have to see all these three metals highly depressed iron, and hence clear that above activity the heat is absorbed from water in the beaker is iron is more amount heat energy absorbed, and more amount of heat energy is absorbed, and that time all heat is sent to wax, and wax get melted, and less amount of heat energy is absorbed by observation by activity is lead is less amount of heat energy absorbed, and hence less amount of heat energy absorbed. So that time that energy, less energy to wax, and they that time they goes inside the wax is low or less, and hence higher is the specific heat capacity is the iron, lowest is the lead, and medium intermediate is the copper, and hence prove that each metal have specific heat capacity different are different, and hence the sphere which is absorb more heat from the water will give more heat to wax. Means here iron is more heat absorbed from water and first goes inside the wax. Now more wax get melt, and sphere will go deeper in the wax, and more heat absorb iron metal here seen, and the gauze dissipates into the wax and lead sphere goes a least as compared to iron, and copper is least, and copper is sphere goes in intermediate state. Means the iron is as compared to iron and lead, it is the intermediate state. The all phenomenon, all above activity, we have to clear that what is meant by specific heat capacity. The amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of a unit mass of an object by 1 degree Celsius. By how many degree Celsius? By 1 degree Celsius. It is called as the specific heat capacity of that object. What is meant by specific heat capacity? The amount of heat energy gain. The amount of heat energy gain. And this energy is required to raise the temperature of an object by unit mass of an object by 1 degree Celsius, and it is called as the specific heat capacity of the object. Here in page number 68, the specific heat capacity of water, paraffin, kerosene, aluminium, iron, silver, mercury are different specific heat capacity are there. And now the specific heat capacity means the amount of heat energy is required to raise the temperature. Specific heat capacity means the amount of heat energy is required to raise the temperature by unit mass of an object by 1 degree Celsius. It is called as the specific heat capacity of the object. Above activity, we have to clear that the specific heat capacity of an object differ is the specific heat capacity are there. Now the next topic is heat exchange. What is mean by heat exchange and heat exchange principle? What is the heat exchange principle? To take a one beaker, and that one beaker take some amount of water, and that water just adjust a one burner adjust here to supply the heat energy to the beaker, and in that beaker one metallic sphere are put inside iron. One metallic sphere, iron sphere are put inside the beaker, and that time gently heated the beaker by with the help of burner, and that time up to temperature sudden rises by the beaker inside water, and temperature goes increases. That time amount of heat energy gained by this sphere, and that sphere, and take another take another object, and another object means to take a one glass, to take a metallic glass or a calorimeter means copper container, Cu container. So another container is the copper container, and that copper container we have to take a cold water, and this iron sphere are put inside the cold water beaker or cold water copper container. So that time this is the copper iron sphere is the hot object, this sphere is the amount of heat energy gained from that inside water from beaker, and they put inside the cold water and copper. So that time that sphere heat is gained by water is also cold, and sphere also hot. Sphere is the hot object, and water and copper container is the cold object. So that time this hot object heat is lost to water and copper container. Heat is lost to copper and cold object water. Heat is lost and cold object heat is gained. Which are cold object? Copper and water is the cold object. Means hot object heat is released to cold object. So principle that principle it is called as the heat exchange. Means hot object heat is lost and cold object heat is gained from hot object. Means hot object is heat lost and cold object heat is gained from hot object. So this principle it is called as the heat exchange. It is called as the heat exchange. Means above activity, above phenomenon, above experiment, we have to see that the hot object is iron sphere to heat exchange to the cold water and also copper container. In copper container put cold water, so that time hot water heat is lost to cold object. Heat is lost by iron to cold object. So that time heat one hot object heat is lost to cold object and cold object heat is gained. So that time that iron sphere they put inside the cold object, so that time the hot object heat is decreases and cold object heat is increases. Here all phenomenon we have to see that the cold object always heat is gained from hot object, so that time heat is increases by cold object and hot object heat is lost to cold object, so that time that heat energy is decreases. Here difference only here, hot object heat energy decreases, they put inside the cold object, and hot object also heat is gained, so that time cold object heat energy is increases, and all the phenomenon it is called as the heat exchange. So heat exchange means one cold object. For what is mean by heat exchange? Q is equal to QA plus QB. Means this is the hot object and hot object heat is lost to or gained by object A and object B. Like as the sphere, like as the iron sphere here hot object, and that hot object heat is gained by copper Cu and water and cold water. So that time that Q is the hot object and heat is lost to the copper and cold water. So this phenomenon it is called as the heat exchange phenomenon, and also called as other word principle of the heat exchange. Now I have cleared two topics here, specific heat capacity and what is mean by heat exchange. Now this all these topic are completed here in a lesson number 5 are all topics are completed.